So, Bayonetta 2 is right around the corner from the Nintendo Switch on February 16. Today is February 13, so it's only a few days away. I hope you're planning on getting it if you've not played it on the Wii U, or if you just want to double dip, because Bayonetta 2, one of the best games ever made, especially if you like action games like Devil May Cry, stuff like that. It's on a tier of its own. But let's talk about that game and how it became exclusive to Nintendo and why Bayonetta 3 is exclusive yet again to Nintendo. Hideki Kamiya, who is head of Platinum and he is the original creator of Bayonetta, he took to Twitter and he had 15 posts explaining the situation of Bayonetta, how Nintendo helped them out, acquired it, made Bayonetta 2 exclusive, and why Bayonetta 3 is exclusive. So we're going to read through all the tweets here. It's going to be a lot of reading, guys, but it's some interesting insight into the development of this game that we didn't really know about. We kind of assumed things like this happened, but now we have actual facts from Kamiya himself. So let's look at the tweets. Here's what he says. I've got something I want to tell you all. It's about Bayonetta 3. We are a developer that creates games by signing contracts with publishers and receiving funds from them in order to cover development costs. For Bayonetta 1, we signed a contract with Sega and received funds from them. Then we proposed a design for the game and entered production. All the rights belong to Sega. At the time, our company had only just been established, and we weren't properly equipped for multi-platform development. So after discussing with Sega, we decided to develop the game exclusively for the Xbox 360. However, after that, one of Sega's trading partners ended up making a port for the PS3 at Sega's request. Most recently, they also decided that a Steam version would be developed, which was released last year. Sega owns the rights to all of these versions. When we started making Bayonetta 2, we initially received funds from Sega to develop the game for multiple platforms, but the project was halted due to circumstances at Sega. Nintendo then stepped in to continue funding the game, allowing us to finish it. As such, the rights belong to Sega and Nintendo. The rights owners decided the game should be for Wii U. Nintendo was also kind enough to fund a port of Bayonetta 1 for the Wii U, and they even allowed us to use the Japanese voice track we created for the Wii U on the PC version of Bayonetta 1 as well. I am extremely thankful to Nintendo for funding the game, and to Sega for allowing them to use the Bayonetta IP. As for Bayonetta 3, it was decided from the start that the game was going to be developed using Nintendo's funding. Without their help, we would not have been able to kick this project off. All of the rights still belong to Sega and Nintendo. The rights owner decides that the game should be made for the Nintendo Switch. Game development is a business. Each company has its own circumstances and strategies. Sometimes this means games get made, sometimes it means they get cancelled. Scale that. But I believe that every single person involved is dedicated to delivering the best possible experience. I know that to me, at least that's one of our biggest goals when I set work. I cannot express how happy I am when we get to make Bayonetta 3, and we intend to do everything within our power to make it as good as can be. That's all we can do, and we consider it our greatest mission. It took a while for production of Bayonetta 3 to be okayed, but now that it's been kicked off, I hope it will turn into a wonderful encounter for all of you. There we go. There we go. We have the information now. All things that we've kind of speculated. Nintendo swooped in and saved Bayonetta 2 after Sega had some financial problems. Couldn't fund the game. We all heard the stories how they went to both Sony and Microsoft, and it didn't happen, and Nintendo came in and effectively paid for the rest of the game, and they even paid for a port of Bayonetta 1 to go on the Wii U, which was really cool. It was a good idea because a lot of Nintendo fans had not played Bayonetta 1, so the best option is to give them that game as well. Now, Bayonetta 3 was going to be exclusive from the start, and that's a smart move because now Bayonetta is also in Smash Brothers, so she's effectively a Nintendo character at this point. People are aware of her. She's synonymous with Nintendo now. Now, Bayonetta 1 and 2 are coming to the Nintendo Switch, a port of the Wii U version, which again is coming out on Friday. And Bayonetta 3 will come out most likely sometime next year. Maybe even this year, but most likely next year. It being exclusive, not a shocker to me, but some people don't seem to understand this. But Nintendo is funding this game, they're co-funding anyways, with Sega, and they both own parts of the IP now. So the game is not going anywhere. So for people that keep trying to bug Kamiya to get the game on the PlayStation and the Xbox, it's not happening. Nintendo owns a portion of this game. They basically are going to keep this exclusive forever. The fact that Bayonetta 1 went to PC, that's because Nintendo never funded that first game originally. So Sega owned that IP, so they can do essentially whatever they want with it. But Bayonetta 3, Nintendo has their hands in it. It's staying on Nintendo Switch. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you want it on your PlayStation or your PC or your Xbox. Hey, it is what it is. Nintendo secured it as an exclusive title. If you want to play Bayonetta 3, you need to get a Switch. And you're going to want to play Bayonetta 3 if it's as good or better than Bayonetta 2, because again, that game is amazing. So it's cool that Kamiya came out and explained this to people, because if you follow Kamiya on Twitter, he gets harassed about this all the time, and he's constantly blocking people and fighting them on Twitter, telling them to go ask Nintendo if you want the game, and while you're at it, ask for Mario and Zelda on your Xbox too. So I'm sure he's tired of it at this point, which is probably why he made this 15-post Twitter explanation of the situation, just so people can understand that if the game's not going anywhere, Nintendo and Sega both own parts of the IP, and it's essentially a joint funded project for the Nintendo Switch to keep it exclusive. So it is what it is. The joys of being a multi-platform gamer, people. When you own one platform, you miss out. So it's nice to have everything. So I am going to sit back and wait for my Bayonetta 3 on the Nintendo Switch. I can't wait to play Bayonetta on the go, and I don't have to wait too long because Bayonetta 2, yet again, third time saying it, comes out on the 16th. And that's very exciting because Bayonetta 2, fantastic game. So I hope you guys can listen to Kamiya's words, understand what he's saying. If you want to play Bayonetta 2 or 3, get a Nintendo Switch and play it there. But that's all we're talking about today. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Are you excited for Bayonetta 2 on Friday? Are you excited for Bayonetta 3? Do you still wish it wasn't coming to the Switch and it was coming on your preferred platform? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about it. What did you think about the insight Kamiya gave us about the development of the game? I personally find it quite interesting, so that's why we're talking about it today. But that's it. Make sure to hit that like button, people. Share, subscribe if you have not done so already. Hit that notification bell thing. It helps for the videos to show up in your feed. That's super helpful to me, so you guys can keep watching. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. Have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.